wonderful week, a wonderful Chanukah, and we're back into our regular schedule. I'm still living off of the tremendous inspiration that we all saw yesterday, January 1st, 2020. We in Yeshiva, just want to give a little update. We in Yeshiva had the zechus of participating in the MetLife scene. We had a live feed from MetLife, and tremendous zechus, a tremendous inspiration to see the Ruach and the guys by us get into the Ruach, and I'm just very uplifted by that sense of Hasmada, the Daf Yomi that really produces so much. And it's definitely something that I'm still on a high from. We experienced it together with the Yeshiva, linking in, and a tremendous chizuk. And the lessons of the Daf Yomi are things that are so profound and something that's certainly worthy of discussion. I'll just share, not a word on the parasha, but just a thought. When we speak about Talmud Torah and we speak about the mitzvah of Kriyat Shema, so we both have the common denominator of, on the one end, when it comes to when it comes to Talmud Torah, Vayigash Yomam Valayla. We're supposed to engage in Talmud Torah study Yomam Valayla, and the vision and the message is there's a certain perpetualness to our learning. It encompasses all day, all night. The very famous Gemara that tells us that a Talmud says, "I finished Kol HaTorah Kula." And what should I do now? And he says, you can learn Chachma Yevanis. You're allowed to learn Chachma Yevanis. Just find a time of day that's not Yom and that is not Laila. So it is an all-encompassing obligation of Talmud Torah. On the other hand, we know there is a Gemara Maseches Menachos that teaches us that a person can be Yotze, minimally speaking, with Kriyat Shema Ba'boker and Kriyat Shema Ba'erev, and will satisfy his obligation of Talmud Torah in that sense. On the one hand, Talmud Torah is all-encompassing. It is something that, again, Rav Shimon Bar Yochai teaches us, Maseches Brachos Daf Lamed Hey, is that if you're engaging in Parnasa, you're working in the fields, V'asafta deganecha, you're going to be so consumed, Torah matahei aleha. And rather, Bizman Sh'Yisrael osin ritzonu shel makom, if we're fulfilling the will of Hashem, doing the right thing, then we could just learn all day. But it's that very same Rav Shimon Bar Yochai that in Maseches Menachos tells us, learn a little by night, learn a little by day, learn a little by night. It's interesting when it comes to the mitzvah of Kriyat Shema, Kabbalas Ol Malchus Shamayim, same exact idea, is B'shachvecha Uvekumecha. In the morning when you wake up, say Kriyat Shema. At night when you go to sleep, say Kriyat Shema. And in some level you see both. Again, if we're going to be minimalistic, we have so much busyness that we can't fulfill the vision of the complete totality of Vayigash Bayom Valayla. So a little in the morning, a little at night. Kriyat Shema Ba'boker Uva Erev. What exactly is the message of this mitzvah of Kriyat Shema and of this even minimalistic kiyum of Talmud Torah in the morning and at night, these psukim of Kriyat Shema? So in a very real way, and our learning needs to kind of tap into this idea, is, if you remember the game of Othello. So Othello is a game that is played by controlling, getting pieces in between your colors. You're black, so to get the pieces in between the two blacks, they turn to your color. And anyone knows who plays Othello knows that the key to winning in Othello is to control the corners. If you control the corners, then everything in the middle, in between, is going to turn your way, because there's no one on your flank. You're controlling the corners. And in a very real way, perhaps that's the message of the mitzvah of Kriyat Shema. That's the message of B'shachvecha Kumecha. When we wake up in the morning, that's one corner of our day. That's the beginning of our day. That's our Uvekumecha. And there's a mitzvah of Kriyat Shema. There's a mitzvah of Talmud Torah. And then we might be involved in many different things. And everyone knows that very famous Tosas in Maseches Brachos that asks the question, how come when we leave our Svarim, we close them, we go to work, we go to school, we go to classes, and we open them up again, how come there's no mitzvah of Birchas HaTorah once again, like by Sukkah? When you leave your Sukkah, you come back, you make a new bracha. If I go to work and come back to the Sukkah dinner time, I make a new bracha. So why is Talmud Torah different? So perhaps back to Kriyat Shema, back to Birchas HaTorah, if I can accomplish, if I sandwich my day, again, I'm talking on the minimal level, I sandwich my day, I open my day with Kumecha, with Psukim of Kriyat Shema. I close my day, B'shachvecha. I go to sleep with Torah on my mind, with Kabbalas Ol Malchus Shamayim on my mind, with Kabbalas Ol Mitzvos on my mind. So in a certain way, I've controlled the corners. I've established who I am, what I'm all about, what my life really, really is, and everything in the middle is informed by that vision, by that attitude, by that approach. And hence, if we can fill our day with learning, amazing. But even if we're very busy with many other things, but we are establishing our corners, we're establishing our boundaries, we establish that this is really the core idea that I wake up to and the core idea that I go to sleep to, then it informs everything in the middle. Says Tosas that even if we go to work and even if we are in school or we're at the gym or whatever, but if everything that we do is informed by what we were doing uvekumecha, by what we're thinking about b'shachlecha, everything gets informed by that, there's no hesach hadas. I have not left my learning. I think one of the things we saw last night at the Siyum is the tmidius, the consistency and constancy of Daf Yomi, the day in, day out. So many working people are learning the Daf. In the middle of the day, shiurim in Manhattan, Daf Yomi shiurim, so inspiring. People waking up before Shachris, there uvekumecha, 5:30 in the morning, at a Daf Yomi shir, before they go to sleep, making sure they got those last lines of the Daf. So when you learn Daf Yomi, when you're involved in that constancy, day in and day out of Limud, so every day is informed by that Torah Hashem. And that's a very, very big deal. It's a very, very profound idea. And I think something that we all picked up on last night at the Siyum HaShas, hearing the speakers, seeing the videos, very meaningful. I know here in Yeshiva, when we saw those videos, very impactful. The guys really, really tapped in. Something to really think about as we forge ahead, Mitzvah Hashem, on Sunday with Beis Amud Aleph, and we begin our next cycle of Maseches Brachos. Add on a little bit, inform your day. It will, as our friend said it, it's going to change your life. It'll make you a better husband, a better father, a better person, and certainly, certainly a better Eved Hashem.